Let's go ahead and get into some Spurs news and notes and talk about esports in the NBA 2K League.
You are Locked On Spurs, your daily San Antonio Spurs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back to Locked On Spurs on the Locked On NBA Network. I'm your host, Jeff Garcia, Spurs writer for Kens 5 San Antonio, TGIF, everybody. Hopefully you're all having a great end of the week and ready for a great weekend ahead as the off-season is inching closer to being over. That's right. Yes, no, it's been a long off-season. Well, the NBA hasn't had one in quite some time. But hey, the big event is next month, or this month already. Yeah, Manu Ginobili gets into the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure we'll be talking about that on Locked On Spurs next week. And by the way, thanks for making Locked On Spurs your first listen each and every day, free and available wherever you get podcasts. So what are we talking about today? Well, in our first segment, we're going to be going over some Spurs news and notes, catch you up on the latest news regarding your favorite team, the Silver and Black. And then for the remaining portion of the show, we're going to be interviewing San Antonio's very own and last year's only NBA 2K League player, yes, from San Antonio, Donovan Seldum. He'll be coming on in segment 2 and 3 to talk about what it's like to be playing in the pro ranks. What was his experience? Does he get support from the San Antonio fans? Does he foresee the Spurs getting an NBA 2K League? And much, much more. And by the way, a giveaway. I already talked about it yesterday. If you're on social media and following me at Jeff G Spurs Zone, $40 gift certificate courtesy of Living in the South Side. We'll give all that information to Bobby's Cafe in the South Side. So stay tuned to find out how you can win. Who is helping me today? He is back, everybody. Rudy Campos will sweep the league. Rudy, is it true? I heard a rumor that you used to date Cameron Diaz before she was big and famous.
The rumor is true. Me and Cameron had a thing in the past, but before she blew up, I decided to let her go because I can't handle the fame like you do. You're more popular than me, Jeff, and you know how to handle fame. I don't. I like the quiet life.
Did you see Captain Jack? Steven Jackson. He supposedly he did an interview that he had Jessica Alba and some other famous actress alone with him. I'm not buying it. I'm calling BS. No. I am calling BS, Captain Jack. Yeah, we're gonna sell it. But by the way, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Excited because football season's starting. Basketball season's right around the corner. The exciting time of the sports world is just coming upon us now.
Yeah, and hopefully you know a little bit about NBA 2K, the game or the league, because you and I are gonna be talking with Donovan Mass shortly. His experience playing in the NBA 2K League, representing San Antonio. He had a Cinderella story for him and his team. We're going to get into all that. But before we do that, let's go to tackle some Spurs news and notes. Perhaps the quote-unquote biggest news, Rudy. Yeah, that's how quiet it's been. The Spurs have signed guard out of St. Bonaventure, Jalen Attaway, to I believe it was a two-way deal. But But my thing is, they're crammed, man. This team now is at 21 players. But first of all, Attaway likely going to the Austin Spurs, right?
Yeah, more than likely he's going to be with the Austin Spurs, and it's not a bad signing. I mean, you get another guy you can develop. He's a guard. He had a really good career at St. Bonaventure. One of the guys that a lot of teams in the NBA were actually looking at after the draft. So glad he joined the Silver and Black. And, yeah, he's going to be an Austin guy. But, I mean, you can't ever have too many players at all. But you're going to have to make roster cuts eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. And look, most of these guys will be stashed in Austin or get a bad case of dry skin and be in the injury reserve for the rest of the season. But, yeah, they're stacked. They're going to have to cut some people. Who's on your short list or on the bubble that you will not be surprised get waived?
You know, I don't think it's so much waived, but I think we still potentially see a player on the move. I still feel like Doug McDermott might be one of those guys that's on the move. A lot of the things coming out of NBA tunnels is still involving the Lakers and Russell Westbrook. So I think we're going to see a lot of players move before we actually see some cuts. But As of right now, it's really hard to say. I mean, obviously, you saw Wieskamp get re-signed again. I don't think he's going to get cut, but I think he's going to go back to Austin, like a lot of these other guys
Mhm.
will.
Yeah, I actually see Wieskamp as a trade chip down the road if the Spurs do make a flip. Nice contract, 4.4 million, 2 years. Could be a toss in for any type of trade. But yeah, I got on my short list, I got Wieskamp, Bates Diop, um, possibly, the Alize Johnson. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to make some moves. This Spurs roster is packed. So yeah, let us know what you think. Who do you think might be on the chopping block for the Spurs? You can let Rudy know on Twitter at Sweep the League. Let me know on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. And other Spurs news, did you see that incredible mural that went up in Italy, dedicated to
Right?
Manu
Yeah.
Ginobili and Marco Bellinelli? Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah, it was part of the this NBA campaign to get the word out about the new season starting next year. Look, I understand the Bellinelli point because well, first of all, Spurs fans were bagging on that, saying, "Oh, we still rock with Bellinelli?" Well, first of all, you got to understand it's in Italy. He is Italian, the first Italian player to win the NBA title with the Spurs in 2014. So yeah, he's going to be on a mural. But Rudy, people forget Manu Ginobili tore it up in the Italian league, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he played for what Italy, Bologna, I think is what it was
Yep.
over the
Hmm.
Italian league. Manu was a dominant player overseas, and Italy was just one of the places that he just made his stamp on. I have no problems with the mural. I love the mural actually, and you got to show some love for Bellinelli, even though fans like to clown on him and stuff. He was a major contributor for the San Antonio Spurs. Good for both of them to get a mural over in
Yeah, and let's not forget about. Well, Bellinelli, won a title with the Spurs in 2014. Did he also win the 3-point shootout? I think is he the only Spur to
Italy.
ever win it?
Ooh, you're putting me on the spot here. I think
I
so. I was
think, I
thinking Matt
think,
Bonner
I
was in
think.
it, right? But I don't think he won.
No, Man Bonner didn't win. But
Yeah.
Bellinelli's the only Spur to ever win the 3-point shootout. Yeah, Bonner. Remember that year Bonner had that campaign from fans when the NBA just blatantly ignored him when he was like leading the
Yeah.
league in percentage and makes and everything, yet they still didn't bring him on. That was just crazy. But
No love.
speaking of murals, what's your favorite mural in San Antonio with the Spurs?
Well, mine hasn't been put up just yet, so I can't really pick mine. But
You and
you know,
Cameron Diaz.
yeah, me and Cameron and Jessica Alba, all those girls that Jack said. Mine was always the Becky Hammond mural, and
Hmm.
that one hit on a lot of tears when it came to looking at it, because not only did it hit on a tier of future for women who wanted to become, head coaches in the NBA or get far in their coaching careers, even their playing careers. You can't be a player, become a good head coach. She's doing great things in Vegas right now. But it's also the inspirational point. You've got Robinson, you've got Duncan, you've got other murals that we've seen before, but that Becky Hammond mural hit us just on so many levels.
Yeah, I think it's down now, right? That you got painted over.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
got painted over.
Yeah, one of my favorite murals is the one um that is owned and operated by Rudy Campos called Rudy Seafood House. Is that true, Rudy?
I will neither deny or confirm that I own operate Rudy Seafood.
Well, there is another seafood restaurant in San Antonio, just happened to be named Rudy's, um, that has I think the biggest. Well, I don't know the biggest, but the most murals, portraits of the Spurs. But the thing about it is that the artist has to consistently change it. DeMar DeRozan was there, and then he's gone. They changed it. What was he? LMA made it, changed it. Patty Mills on there, changed it.
Did
So
Murray make it on there?
Murray made it on there as well. Yeah, and I think Keldon's out there. Primo made it, and I think Vassell is on his way to being there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite. I think they got the staples there, Iceman and Timmy and David there. But all in all, yeah, San Antonio has a bunch of murals. I mean, you go any neighborhood and you'll
Mhm.
find just mural after mural on businesses, on walls, on fences, you name it. Spurs are everywhere in San
Do
Antonio. And
you
other Spurs
do you have
news. Oh, go ahead.
I would say, do you have the kind of pull to where you, myself, and other guys can get a La Onda mural on Henry's Puffy Taco of us?
How has that not happened?
I don't know. I mean, I'm waiting for the call from you to say, "Hey, we're gonna get a mural of us on Henry's Puppy Taco."
Are you gonna be let's see, who can Rudy be? Let's see.
I don't know. I mean,
Magic?
you
Can you
would
be
be
Magic?
Montana. I could be
Okay.
Magic. I could pull out Magic.
Yeah, I think I can see you as Magic. Yeah, for those that do not know, reference is Blood In, Blood Out, of a sacred. Can you imagine that happening though? That'd be
Ooh,
hilarious though. That
that
would
would be
be
awesome.
funny. In other Spurs news, tickets to the big game. Yes, there is a big game to look forward to next season, Spurs fans. The Alamo Dome game went up. $10 tickets are for sale already. Packages are getting together as far as tickets. You want to bring your family and whatnot. But nevertheless, yeah, a big game. Tickets went on sale. Is Rudy Campos going though?
As of right now, I am going. I have yet to get my tickets. I haven't secured them quite yet, but as of right now, I do intend to go. I mean, we're trying to get what 65,000 plus to break the NBA record.
Hmm.
Early signs from what I'm seeing is that ticket sales are going really, really, really good, and you've already got people that are probably jacking up prices for the lower level. But
Hmm.
I mean, hell, if they're being bought or they're being purchased at this rate, I feel that we're gonna pack the dome like nobody's business, and it's gonna be 65,000 easily.
Yeah, Sean Elliott hit the media circuit a couple days ago, asking fans to pack the dome. Yeah, I think the Bulls have the record as far as attendance is concerned.
Wasn't it The
Um,
Pistons and
oh,
the
is it
Silver
Pistons?
Dome?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
then
it
it's
was
the
the Silver
Pistons
Dome.
end. Yeah. All right. Well, regardless, yeah, the Spurs. I mean, Rudy, has it come to this? Are we actually into? That's our big game. Just break it an attendance record next
Ooh.
season. Good Lord.
Considering the roster moves and how fans are not really interested in the season, yeah, I would say this is probably one of the highlights of the year for the San Antonio Spurs is trying to get everybody in the dome, which I actually hope it works out because then we can get a few more games in the dome after this year, and I would love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'll be fun. Hopefully, it becomes a regular thing. Imagine if the Hemisphere Arena was still up. That would be fire. That would be fun. But
I don't know
yeah,
if my eyes
we're,
could handle the smoke.
I know back in the day where there used to be smoke,
Yeah.
absolutely. But hey, we're not done talking. When we get back, we're going to be discussing the NBA 2K League. We're going to be discussing the only San Antonio player to make it last year. His name is Donovan Mass. We're going to ask him questions like, what's it like to be in the league? What was it like to rep San Antonio? And stay tuned to find out how to win a gift certificate to Bobby's Cafe in San Antonio. But before we do that, I want to bring to you a message, very, very important message to you from the NHTSA. Look, it's never okay to drive stone. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DWI. Look, it's never okay to drive stone. You put yourself and others in danger. If you've been using marijuana in any form, don't get behind the wheel. Again, if you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, you get a DWI. And the truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. So stop kidding yourself. If you've been using marijuana in any form, don't get behind the wheel. Well, if you think it's no big deal, well, you're wrong. If you're thinking, well, what's the worst that can happen? Well, the worst could happen. So stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana, again, in any form, please don't get behind the wheel. This message is brought to you by the NHTSA. If you feel different, you drive different, drive high, get a DWI. We are back right here on Locked On Spurs with Rudy Campos of Sweep the League. And now it's going to bring in our special guest. He is San Antonio's very own and airman at JBSA Lackland. And last year, the only NBA 2K League player to be from San Antonio and play on the big stage at the NBA 2K League. He is Donovan Mass. Donovan, welcome to Locked On Spurs.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
We're doing good. By the way, we have our other show co-host today, Rudy Campos. Rudy, this is the Donovan Mass, San Antonio's own NBA 2K League player.
How you doing, Donovan? And man, congrats on reaching that high level, man. It's an accomplishment that a lot of people wish they could have.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It means a lot.
So, Donovan, you and I have been chatting for I think almost about a year and a half now, seeing your progress to the NBA 2K League. You got to talk to us about that Cinderella march you guys had with team rim runners. You guys really put the fear in a lot of teams last year. Well, yeah, officially last year now that the season's over in the 3v3 tournament.
Yeah, man. We started off really slow at 2-4 as our group play record and stuff. I would say that we didn't get a lot of time like the rest of the 2K League players to be able to practice and get better. We only had 6 games total. The other teams had like 16 to 18 games to prepare. So, going into the playoffs and stuff, having played in months, and that being able to practice together and kind of just look at film and finally just buy into the system and just taking over what we have to do. And, shout out to Low Key Godlike, which is the center, and La Rich, which is my lock, and my coach, Coach Juice. We kind of just clicked. It kind of just, everyone knew to do their job. And it wasn't like to be like no superhero or Superman and stuff. All we needed to do was just do our job and just, finish out and just play our game and stuff. So us coming in, that was our mindset, is that we had nothing to lose, play our best, play the best way we can, don't try to make any superhero plays and just do our job. And that's pretty much what happened. We beat the Jazz 3-2 and then became and beat the number 1 seed. We swept the number 1 seed and stuff. So no one was expecting us to win either a game at all, starting from the Jazz and stuff. And then no one expected us to win a game with the Pacers either. So it was a really good fun run.
Yeah. For those who don't know, last year was the first year where they allowed amateur teams to compete in the NBA 2K League 3v3 playoffs, and Donovan's team, Rim Runners, really put the fear in a lot of teams. It was basically, Rudy, like the Cinderella's team in the NCAA tournament. I mean, that's what they were. They were just knocking off. Yeah, they were just knocking off top heavy teams left and right, and they nearly did it again. But Donovan, one thing that Rudy and I were talking about before we brought you on is, you're from San Antonio. You're an airman at JBSA Lackland. What was it like for you to represent the city of San Antonio? And can you tell us a little bit of your journey to the NBA 2K League?
It felt great to represent San Antonio stuff. Hopefully, in due time, the Spurs will be able to join the NBA 2K League, and hopefully, I can represent the Spurs as well. So I'm praying on that. Give me a call. And and I just honestly, it was a great experience. I enjoyed like every single moment from the start to finish and stuff. So I really love repping San Antonio and being able to compete and get after it. It was a lot of ups and downs, but it was really a fun ride. Still finished out making a total of $50,000, and then not to mention that they had data. The data report came back is that we finished top 10 out of the 26 teams that pretty much for money prices and stuff earned in the whole season. So we only had like 1 to 2 times to be able to earn money. And we made top 10 out of 26 organizations that's already in the NBA 2K League. So that was a big thing for us. They were kind of like, we made money than 16 teams that's actually in the NBA 2K League that has more opportunities to make money, more opportunities to play. And then we made top 10. We only had 2 times to be able to compete out there. So it was great. And, so my journey from the 2K League, I started watching it when I was 17 and stuff. I really didn't go until I actually pursued the league until last year. And then I didn't get drafted actually 2 years ago, I didn't get drafted for that. And then, that was like my rookie season of being able to go to the draft. So I kind of had to gain more momentum. And then I gained a lot of momentum going in and stuff. I still didn't get drafted that year. And then I got picked up to go be as the league bench player to play and compete for different teams. So I got my experience with the Cavaliers, got my experience with the Trailblazers. Then I had a little bit of experience with the Utah Jazz. So it was be able to get my feet wet, get some connections, get able to talk to people, kind of like get myself prepared to set up my positioning for next year and stuff. Right. And then, TV3 was the one that really did it. That, a lot of people proved a lot of dollars wrong to say if I was ready for the league or not. And then being able to beat all the top teams going into the Final Four. And then, I'm satisfied because we lost to the champs. It's not like I lost to the person that got second place. I lost to the champs. So so that's all I was like, hey, you know what? I'll take that L on the chin and be like, it's all good, but it was the champ. So can't get mad at that.
Rudy, do you have any questions for Donovan?
Yeah, I got one question, and it's kind of an off the wall question a little bit here, but I've seen the videos of the 2K League, and I know a lot of friends of mine have seen them too. We've talked about it. It's that intensity of the league. I mean, we've seen where, the game ends, and we've seen a bunch of trash talking between players, and I mean, sometimes even literal fights going on. What is the intensity when you're playing against another team? how intense can it really get between both squads? I mean, does it really get to that level majority of the time, or is that just kind of a once-in-a-time thing? Because I know gaming a little bit. I don't really game a lot, but I know when I'm playing against friends, it can just be pretty intense between us, whether it's, 2K or a fighting game or something. It gets pretty intense. I want to know how intense that these games are between, team versus teams.
I'll tell you what, Rudy. I'll tell you what. The Jazz didn't pick me up for their 5v5 playoffs, and then the Pacers needed a shooting guard or point guard going into the draft for that stuff. And that it was a lot of intensity. It's kind of like when you see that stuff, and you're like, they could have drafted me, and they didn't. And you're going into the game. You're kind of like, that's kind of like pretty much the beat that always goes on. That's like everybody's so intense and like because they want to be the best. And you're like, oh, you had a chance to pick me and you didn't draft me. You picked this other guy, and now I'm beating this guy that you drafted. And I'm, what I'm saying, and I'm with amateur players. So how does that make you feel? Like you're supposed to be the best. You're supposed to be professionals and all that and stuff. So it kind of like brings more beef into it, and like kind of brings more intensity for everything, for all the games, even just everybody in the league in general. It's just like it's all about people just want to be the best, and then you just a lot of like rumors and drama that goes on around the league and stuff about people that talk trash all the time, saying like, oh, your team sucks or you suck or that's why I got picked over you, etc. and stuff. And going to the game, people don't forget that at all and stuff. So I mean, you go into the game, that's just all everything's on your mind. And you're trying to win and everything and stuff. So when you win, you let them have it. But if you lose, you're going to hear it too. So it goes both ways.
He is Donovan Mass with the NBA 2K League Team Rim Runners, and he is from San Antonio, and he was last year's only player from San Antonio to represent the city at the NBA 2K League level. When we get back, we're going to continue our chat with Donovan Mass, ask him about the Spurs and the NBA 2K League, his opinion on that. What is it like coming from JBSA Lackland? And does he bring any of that type of disciplinary, mindset to the league, and much, much more? We're back right here on Locked On Spurs with Rudy Campos, who is helping me interview San Antonio's very own Donovan Seldum Mass. He is last year's only NBA 2K League player from the Alamo City, and he's here chatting with us about the league and much, much more. Donovan, I'm curious, why do you think the Spurs still haven't jumped on the NBA 2K League bandwagon?
You know what? That's a good question. I feel like that maybe I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but I need them to call my phone ASAP so I can be able to see who I can talk to get this, set up. I really would love to represent San Antonio and have San Antonio in general be able to compete in the esports. I know they just opened one of the esports places downtown, right in the downtown area and stuff. So hopefully that's kind of like setting up for it. But I really do hope if there's anybody I can talk to, or anybody knows anybody that we can talk to help get the Spurs into the NBA 2K League, that would mean a lot. I feel like it would bring a lot more looks into the league, because San Antonio is everyone's very family oriented. This is a very together city. Everyone's always got each other's back in San Antonio. So I think that if the San Antonio Spurs came into the league, it would drastically change a lot of stuff around the aspect and fans and et cetera. Because the San Antonio, they be supporting. I'll give you that. They support over here. So I definitely want to. Hopefully they can come to the league sometime soon and be able to be able to take a look at it and be able to go everything. Even if they want my experience, I give them my experience. I'm honestly 100% hopefully they'll be invested in going to the 2K League sometime.
Hey Rudy, and Donovan, you can listen to all this. It was my second year covering the league, and this is when it was in New York City. And I was there, and I saw a bunch of people huddled in the corner, and some of the NBA 2K League staff looked at me, and because I was kind of curious, and they said, yeah, that's a San Antonio Spurs contingent. They're here. So in year 2, Donovan and Rudy, the Spurs were a hair away from diving in. They were close. They were there. They sent out scouts. They sent out, people to check it out. They even went to the summit, Rudy, in Las Vegas. The league has this summit in Las Vegas every year to try to sell franchises to teams that don't have a franchise. And the Spurs went. So Donovan, I was ready to jump up in my chair at the arena back in New York City, thinking that they were going to make it, but no, they actually pulled out at the last minute. Rudy, why do you think the Spurs haven't jumped in yet?
The Spurs are so tactical, man. They try to do all their homework, whether it be on player or the 2K leagues or anything. that is going to be involved with them. And even as media too, they do the same thing. They do their homework on everybody. So I feel like maybe at that point it wasn't the right move for them to jump in, but it's getting ever closer because with the addition of the Port Tech Center over there where Kelly is now, I mean, it's actually evolving here in San Antonio. They got the gaming industry going a little bit more. I think we're going to see the Spurs jump in probably within another year or two, especially if they're going to try to get more fans interested in the team. They're going to have to do something to get fans really, really excited.
Any other questions for Donovan you have there, Rudy?
I just got one, man, and that is, are you going to be the absolute best player this season, Donovan? I need that answer right away. Everybody wants that answer.
That's the mindset every year. Every year I have to be the best player because you want to make the most money as possible. So 100% I'm going all in on the YouTube, Twitch, all this stuff, get my content curating involved and stuff, being able to compete competitively. I'm all in. I'm ready to do this. So I'm trying to be the best. I'm going to be the best. That's the mindset. I need to be the best.
Donovan, go ahead. Yeah, exactly.
You have our full support.
Exactly. Yeah. And speaking of support, Donovan, what was the support from San Antonio? And from me interviewing you for kinsfi.com/Spurs, putting it out there on social media, my Twitter, your Twitter. Did you feel any love from the city once everybody started realizing that you're repping the city on the NBA 2K League stage?
Oh yeah, I got some love. I got a few DMs from people saying they were supporting me and hoping that they wanted me to win it all and being able to prove right wrong. I had a few other different news reporters and stuff come out and reach out to me, and a few other people that has articles reach out to me. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I really thank everyone that's been supporting me from the beginning and stuff. The job's not done. We're just getting started. It's just baby steps, and this is the big step that I needed to be able to get over that hump that I've been trying to get over. And now with all the balls in my court, I just gotta finish it.
Donovan, I actually do know people in the Spurs organization that deal with esports, but I can't say anything. But hey, what did you average last year? What were your numbers at the 2K League stage?
I'd have to check and see for the average for regular season for 5v5, but I think DB3 I averaged 12.3 points per game almost. I know that space for games, I was going on a tear. You said I know you told me I had 40 points total in 3 games. It's only 21 points. So, I just honestly, the points really doesn't matter to me. I just like winning. I'm a huge fan of just winning, doing my job and doing my role to win games and stuff. So, I'm just glad I was able to win, and was able to, prove a lot of people wrong that, just because of the word quote unquote amateur. It's right. People can still compete and still get out there and stuff. So, and I'll still be praying to this day, the Spurs, they, finally jump the gun and go for it and stuff. So, they need my experience and need questions. I got them. I give the whole 9 yards and whatever. So, but I'm excited. I really appreciate you having me, and I'm really enjoying pretty much taking everything.
Yeah. I'm waiting for them to knock on my door too. Whenever they do, because they're gonna be like, okay, Jeff, you're the only one in San Antonio who knows this stuff. Aside from you and Donovan, and there was one other San Antonio based player. I think it was in season 2, but he no longer is with the league. So there had been a little bit of a dry spell where there was no San Antonio representation. There was a lot of Houston representation, a lot of Dallas representation, but San Antonio always was kind of behind. But hopefully with you and the one before you, there was going to start getting some interest and being guys trying to try out for the combine. Yes, everybody. Yes, Rudy, there is a combine. The players have to go through a combine just to get drafted. Rudy, you can handle an NBA 2K League combine, can't you?
I'll go through the combine, but I won't make it. I am terrible at video games, so I play just for the fun factor. I put it I'll go on very easy so I can dunk on everybody and nobody can stop me. So I take the easy way out. But yeah, if there's a combine, I'll try out. Why not, right?
I can coach you up, Rudy. I got you back, man. What you need?
There we go. I got a coach now.
Well, Donovan, just a couple more questions. And by the way, you're going to take part in a Locked On Spurs giveaway, so be ready for that. What was the support like from JBSA Lackland? You and I spoke about this at many times, but I think the listeners need to hear how supportive Lackland Air Force Base was for you. For those who don't know, Donovan is an airman with JBSA Lackland.
So Lackland was very, very, very supportive and stuff. They were when they found out about it, they were they're more on it than me. They're tracking it more faster than me. And they're like, you make sure that you let me know every detail, what's going on, so we can get you there the best way and the fastest way possible. So definitely want to shout out my leadership at the 802nd FSS that helped me be able to go. They've always been supportive for my dreams of making the 2K League and going for the 2K League and stuff. So they always have my back, and I really want to thank them for it. And I just think just JBSA Lackland in general and the Air Force gaming team for being able to, that just being able to see an airman that wants the dreams and being able to help them get to their dream, and at the same time letting them serve their country. So that's like a double whammy that I've always wanted to do: serve my country and be able to game and stuff for the NBA. That's just two things I always wanted to have. So I really thank them so much for letting me have the opportunity. And yes, there is an Air Force gaming team. No, this is not a recruiting thing. Every time I bring it up, people ask, I'm going to recruit. No, I'm not recruiting. It's just an extracurricular activity that other airmen want to join in and stuff, that wants to be able to participate. They have a gaming team for the Air Force, Army, Marines, Navy, and all branches and stuff. So the military is getting to the esports aspects as well. They play all games: Rocket League, Call of Duty, Warzone, all other games like that and stuff. So and it's not like doing sports. It's just the extracurricular activity. You want to do it, you can do it. So it's actually pretty awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, you definitely see that disciplinary style approach, leadership approach, Rudy. When I was watching him and Team Rim Runners make their Cinderella March, Donovan was just gathering the troops, constantly calming them down, telling them to focus. I think one of your teammates, Donovan, was starting to go at the mouth of one of the opponents, and you pulled him in to the huddle right away.
Yeah, man.
You grabbed him.
I can't. I don't like that. I'm I don't like talking and then losing. That's the one thing I hate. I'd rather talk when I win the series and finish the game out and stuff. I just don't. I'm just not a huge fan of the talking about it when we're in game, and then I'm okay, well, sir, we still got 5 more games to go. Yeah. It was always funny, and then they were barking at me, and I was laughing and smiling and stuff, and they were and then after the games, they were why weren't you unfazed and stuff? And I was dude, I went to BMT. I got yelled at for fun, just for existing as an airman, as a trainee, just there. I just got yelled at just for being there. So that you don't faze me, man.
Yeah, you need to wear number 21 of the Spurs ever get to the 2K League, because you're like Tim Duncan, just stoic, focused, concentrated on the task at hand. Hey, we're running out of time here, Rudy, so we got to make sure that Donovan gets some more love from San Antonio. Donovan is nominated for the rookie. I believe you're rookie of the year. I believe Donovan.
Rookie of the year and amateur. Well, actually, not rookie of the year. It's amateur.
Of the year.
That's right. Yes. Of the year. I don't technically qualify as a rookie of the year for the 2K League and stuff, but I do qualify for amateur of the year.
Right. Well, he needs your help. He needs you to go to the NBA 2K League website, NBA2KLeague.com right now. The ballot is out. He is under the amateur of the year. Put his name in there. Seldum, Seldum, San Antonio. Let's make sure he gets some love. And by the way, my media votes went in, Seldum. I don't know who I voted for that category. Excuse me. But you're also up for first team all rookie. Your name is on there. People can vote for you. Yeah, it's there.
Man, what? That's what's up.
Yeah. Go check it out. Again, NBA2KLeague.com. Donovan, you want to share your Twitter handle to everybody so they can follow you?
So my Twitter handle is @Seldum, so all capitals SELDUM, and then an underscore. My profile picture, you'll see me yelling with a big yell on my face, so you'll be able to see me if it's me. So my name is Seldum on it.
I thought it was a photo of you talking trash to Rudy. Rudy, are you going to go vote for Seldum?
Yeah, as soon as we're done here, I'm already going to be voting for him.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Rudy, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much love.
All right, Seldum. Well, you're gonna be taking part of some fun right now. So this is aside from interviewing you, Seldum. This is probably the third best thing that everybody's waiting for, because the second one is always Rudy Campos. Rudy's on. Everybody tunes in. But Locked On Spurs is continuing its off-season giveaway March. We giving away movie tickets. We giving away free Spurs fan-made gear, and now it's time for some free food. Yes, you can win a $40 gift certificate to Bobby's Cafe, and that is courtesy from Live from the South Side. You can follow them on Twitter @SouthsideSATX. They graciously donated a $40 gift certificate to the Southside's most popular spot, Bobby's Cafe. They'll hook you up once I give them a winner. I'm going to give you until the end of business day Sunday. So you have a few days to win it, and here's how you can win it. You want to go on Twitter and follow me on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. And you want to also tag Seldum. Yes, you want to tag Seldum as well at Seldum. Give us, well, you just got to say a couple things. One, that I provide the best Spurs coverage throughout San Antonio, and everybody should follow me. And number two, just let us know your favorite video game. Could have been Pac-Man, could have been Centipede, could have been NBA 2K League. It could be Halo. Let us know your favorite video game. The first person to do that, remember to tag me at Jeff G Spurs Zone, tag Seldum at Seldum. All you got to do is write two things. One, that I provide the best Spurs coverage throughout San Antonio, and then give us your favorite video game. First person to do that wins a $40 ticket, courtesy of Live from the Southside. Follow them on Twitter at Southside SATX, and yeah, to Bobby's Cafe. I can hear Rudy drooling for that $40 gift certificate.
I haven't had good food in over 2.5 years, so I am drooling over here for it.
Speaking of which, Rudy, what is your favorite video game, non-sports? What would it be?
Oh, God. I'm old school. I mean, Afterburner was definitely one that I played a lot. And also, I've had some off-ball games. Qbert, Rygar was another one. I mean, these are all
you're going old school, man.
Yeah,
man.
So, Spy Hunter, that was a good one.
Spy Hunter, yeah. What about you, Donovan? When you're not playing NBA 2K League, what are you playing?
So I play Mario Strikers with all my friends at the house and stuff. We all play Mario Strikers online competitively sometimes, and just for fun. And then sometimes, it's up to 8 players. So, if we have a party or a hangout, we all just play Mario Strikers and argue all the time. So it's pretty cool. I like Mario Strikers and that, and then I play Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. I get wrecked in Call of Duty. I mean, I can hang for about maybe at a round or two, but like capture the flag, when you're down to the last flag, that's when I get all nervous and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get it. And then I get sniped, or somebody throws that random knife in the air and just lands on me.
I can't stand the knives.
Yeah, I can't stand that. Yeah, I know. By the way, what would be your first advice to Rudy Campos if he's going to try his hand at the NBA 2K League Combine?
My one advice to you is to always keep your composure, always stay positive, and, just try to find ways to win and just do your job.
Easy, Rudy. You got it.
As long as he didn't say you have to keep your 40 time under an hour, then I would be perfect.
He is Donovan Seldum, San Antonio's very own NBA 2K League player. Had a few stints with the Jazz Gaming, Blazer 5 Gaming, and Cavs Legion. And of course, he and Team Runners had the incredible Cinderella run at the 2022 3v3 NBA playoff tournament. They did pretty well, and he's up for Amateur of the Year at the NBA 2K League website. Go there right now and vote for Seldum. He is Rudy Campos with Sweep the League. Rudy, you got some stuff cooking for Sweep the League coming?
Oh yeah, we're covering local boxing. Support your local boxing events. TMB Pro Promotions is coming up with local boxing. Not only that, NFL season starting, so we are all locked in on NFL right now on Sweep the League.
And make sure to follow Rudy on Twitter at sweeptheleague.com. Hey, thanks for making Locked On Spurs your first listen each and every day. Now for your second listen, go check out the Ultimate Pro Football Preview 2022. It's an 8-episode extravaganza to get you ready for the NFL season. Local team experts of the Locked On Podcast Network, the betting angle from Lee Sterling of Locked On Bets. What more can you want on the one, the only Ultimate NFL Preview? Search for Ultimate Preview Football, Pro Football, that is, 2022 on your Odyssey app, YouTube, or wherever you get podcasts. Donovan, we appreciate you coming on Locked On Spurs, taking time. You and I always chat throughout the season, off season, especially during the NBA 2K League season. So I'm pretty sure you and I are not done talking. Congratulations on the success that you had with Team Runners, your personal success last year, getting the taste of the NBA 2K League. Now, if only San Antonio can get their own team, and you can get on a league team next year. Donovan, good luck to you next year.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Rudy. Thank you for having me, Jeff.
Yes.
Like we said, please go vote for me for Amateur of the Year. Really would mean a lot. And thank you for having me.
And I'm going to go and now I'm going to go now in game with Rudy and kick his butt on NBA 2K League. So for Donovan, Seldum, Mass, Rudy, Campos, I am Jeff Garcia. We're going to put a lock on this episode of Locked On Spurs.